Hi, YouTube. So, I love posting videos for you guys, but on a serious note, I really do want to share something that's super heartfelt to me and very, very meaningful. And at first, I was contemplating, like, should I share it? Should I not? But there's so much beautiful grace that comes from my story that I'm about to share with you guys that I feel it's needed. So first and foremost, about a couple days before Thanksgiving, I want to say Monday, maybe Tuesday, I get this call from my mom, and my mom is like, Monica, I don't want to add more stress to your plate. I'm sorry. I know stress is hard on you. And I'm thinking, okay, Mom, just calm down. What's going on? Because we're already, right when you start, I'm just nerve-wracked. So she told me about my sister, my baby sister, being in an accident. And she was in a serious accident. And so they took her to the local hospital. The local hospital then transferred her to the the downtown hospital in St. Louis, just due to the extent of her injuries. And so I didn't know what to do. I contemplated getting in the car right then and there, just driving home. I didn't know if that was a positive move to make, a bad move, irrational, because I had so much emotion going on that I was nervous. I didn't want to, at night driving and trying to figure out, okay, am I focused more on the road? Am I focused more on Erica? Erica is my baby sister. We have our differences. I'll just be straightforward with my thoughts on that. We have had our differences, and just months prior to that, her and I really kind of, I wouldn't say had a falling out, but we had a definite, distant, so to speak, incident that did cause a wedge between the two of us. And it's maturity, it's growth, and as we both get there together, things change. And one of the things that changed was the second I found out it was about my sister. August of this year meant nothing to me, meaning our petty little argument that we may have had, whether who was right or who was wrong, it doesn't matter. My sister is what mattered. And I was like, oh my gosh, so I'm calling the hospital, different times, different days, and I'm speaking to my sister's nurses, because at this point I still haven't spoken with my sister yet. I'm still like, man, the last time we talked we were on bad terms. I don't know if I should call her. I don't know what to say. I don't know, I'm just not aware. So I started just reaching out. I said, Monica, just swallow it, man. Like, this is your sister. You're obviously calling the hospital every day, talking to our nurses, checking on her. Speak to her. And so I did, and man, it was just needed. It totally opened our hearts up, and it really bonded in a way that is so crucial for me personally. And then also just being 13 hours away, it's been challenging, to say the least, because when there are these things that pop up, I can't just hop, skip, jump and be there. And so St. Louis University Hospital has had my sister now for almost 2 weeks, and they moved her, I guess, yesterday. And so it was maybe the day before. It was really strange. Like I said, I called the nurses line, nursing station, throughout the night to check on her indirectly, so she might not know I'm checking, but I am. I'm checking to make sure she's okay. I get updates for nurses have been super monumental, like pivotal, if that's the right word for it. They just have really been the driving force in her health and her success, and just uplifting her spirits. Doctors are great, but let me just say, hands down, give it to the nurses when it comes to hospital stays. If anyone understands more about hospital stays, it's definitely someone like myself who has endured a lot of those. And having that nurse call button, and then you have how many patients have that same nurse on that shift. They work their backs off, guys, and they would sit and talk to me 10 minutes, 20 minutes, just providing me updates about my baby sister. And so I called yesterday and I said, can I speak with the nurse for a room, blah blah blah. And they said, sure. This guy gets on the phone, and I've never spoken to the male nurse before, so I was like, oh, she must have a new nurse. And I said, yeah, I'm here to speak with Erica, or Erica's nurse. And he goes, I don't have a female in that room. I have a male. And I'm like, oh, she's definitely female. I said, he goes, let me look her up. And he looks her up. He couldn't find her. He said, you spell it with a C? I go, no, she spells her name with a K. So he looks her up and he finds out that she's in this other wing, right? And he goes, she's at blah, 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 blah. And I don't remember what it was. Extended stay. And I'm thinking, I literally had this dumbfounded look while I'm holding the phone. How do you hold a cell phone like this? And I was like, wait, you moved her to a hotel? I kid you not. I had no clue what that meant. And he goes, no. Extended stay is a different wing or department in the hospital that when you get transitioned from needing immediate, or where you don't need immediate care all the time, they free up those beds and then they move you to extended stay because you're not quite ready to be released yet. And then they transition you from extended stay to wherever that next part is, which in her case, she's now from a hospital to extended stay, and then she'll be going to rehab. So maybe a week in extended stay, maybe a week in rehab. It just depends on, I honestly don't even know, to be fair with you. I haven't seen any other pictures. I'm that little woozy on stomach pictures. I don't really have the stomach to see stuff like that. But I just want to say, Erica Adams, I love you. I'm your sister. We're family. Bonds are so crucial. Just share with your loved ones. Like, honestly, man, it was like, it was a day I didn't want to get that phone call, but to hear that she's doing better and she's gonna be coming home. My mom and dad have been taking her babies up there. She's got an 11-year-old and a 4-year-old. She's a single mom of 2. They've been taking her to downtown St. Louis, the kids, every single day, it's about an hour drive from the home, from their home. So they do that every day. It's been stressful on the whole family, you know, obviously taking care of 2 kids and 2 grandbabies and making sure they go to a private school. So getting them ready for school and driving them there and then picking them up and then going to the city and then all this, it's just been a lot. And I have to say, I have an amazing family. I have the most supportive mother in the whole world. I love my mom to death. Erica, I love your babies. My little nephew, Ashton, my little baby niece, Micaiah. Gosh, I love my family. And if you ever have anyone in this viewing, whoever's watching this tape, a beef with anyone, friend that you've had for years, family member, squash that shit. Squash it. Seriously, just squash it. Because when I read the accident report and they labeled it serious, I was lost. I won't even deny it. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. God bless as always, but it's Jesus is the one. Jesus is the one, and thank you, nurses across the board. I love the fact that they took such great care of my sister, and now I know extended stay is not just a hotel name, so we learned something new. I love you, Erica. God bless. Through Jesus, always, always.